Welcome, everyone, to the Thursday Product Training Podcast. My name is Mike Pfeil. I'm with FFL Allegiance. Today, we're going to go over American-Amicable, and we're going to look at the four main products that we write with American-Amicable. When you log in, you may notice that there are a couple other products that we're not going to discuss today, but I'm really a big fan of just focusing on the core products with any one carrier. I think when you look at too much information, I think it starts getting confusing and a little bit overwhelming. So today we're going to focus on the four main products that we write with American-Amicable. So first, we're going to look at their final expense product. They have two different final expense products. They have one that is for people that are 50 to 85 years old, and that is called Senior Choice. And then they have another final expense product that is for people that are between the ages of 0 and 49, and that is called Family Choice. So we're going to break it down and go over the differences between both of those and explain exactly what those products can do for the clients that you meet with every day. So first, let's take a look at Senior Choice. Senior Choice, again, is for anyone that is between the age of 50 and 85, has a minimum face amount on that product of $2,500, goes all the way up to $35,000 on an immediate approval. And the reason I say immediate approval is they actually have three different approval options with that product. And let's break that down so you understand exactly what it is. And the easiest way to understand that is by going to the website, downloading the application, and looking. There are actually three separate sections on that application for that product. So if all the questions are no, then the person qualifies for immediate. Again, they can go up to $35,000. Now, in that second section, if there is a yes on there, then the client will qualify for what they call ROP. And don't get that mixed up with what we talk about a lot with mortgage protection. We talk about ROP, return of premium. It's a little bit different, actually completely different with the final expense product here with American-Amicable. In that section too, if you do have a yes on there, then you do go ROP. The maximum death benefit on that is $20,000. And basically what that means is if the client dies in the time frame that is specified, and if the client is older or less than 65, it's 3 years, and if they're older than 65, then it is a 2-year waiting period. But if they die during that time, then the premiums that they paid into it plus 10% is returned back to the client. And then they also have a graded, so that would mean that all the no's were answered in Section 1 and Section 2, and then we had a yes in Section 3. Then we would qualify for what is called graded. With graded with American-Amicable, that means that 30% of the death benefit pays out the first year, 70% pays out the second year, and then the third year, the full death benefit pays out. Now, with both ROP and graded options, if the death occurs as a result of an accident, then the entire death benefit pays out. It doesn't matter what that period of time is that we're waiting for. That is everything with the Senior Choice. Now, if we look at Family Choice again is for people that are between ages of 0 and 49. And they also have two different options that the clients can qualify for. They have an immediate option that is 0 to 49, and total death benefit on that is $35,000. Now, if the client is between the ages of 18 and 49, the death benefit is reduced that they could qualify for, which is $20,000, and that would be a return of premium option. So if you look at the application, if you download it, you'll look on there. There's 9 questions on the app. If everything is no, then they qualify for immediate coverage. Now, if all questions are no, questions 1 through 6, but then we have a yes on 7, 8, or 9, then they will qualify for ROP. And again, the ROP just means if death occurs during the first 2 years of the application, then it's going to pay out the premiums plus 10%. But if that's all the person qualifies for, I always say get that clock ticking, get something put in place. If that time passes, then they have immediate coverage. So it's an option that you may want to look at. So remember that with American-Amicable, you do have the option of doing final expense at age 0. And really, the product goes all the way up to 85, but it's going to be one of 2 products that they have. So just keep that in mind. It's either Family Choice or we have Senior Choice. So remember that. Now, when we look at American-Amicable and we look at their term, they have 2 different term options. One other thing I want to throw back in there on their final expense. If the client on the older clients, if they're 71 or older, it will require a phone interview. So don't forget to do that before you leave the home. You're going to call Aptical, and the number to call them is 877-351-1773. So remember that. I won't forget the first time that I walked into a house. I did an AMAM policy. It was approved on the spot, but then I went in and looked the next day and I saw that a phone interview was required. So I always remember that when I'm using American-Amicable. So let's take a look at their term product. They have two different term products. The first one we want to always look at and go to first, if it's available in your state, is Home Protector. Home Protector is a great product. It goes all the way up to age 60 for ROP. You can actually get a 20-year term on age 60. Maximum death benefit on that is $300,000. Remember, though, with them, that if the client is 56 or older, if that death benefit is $150,000 plus, it is going to require, again, a phone interview through Aptical. Man, that is tough to say. So remember that with using their Home Protector product, that there is going to be a phone interview required on some of those policies that you write. The other thing that you want to know too is on their ROP, on their return of premium, it returns 75% back to the client. It's not like it is with America where we get 100% return back. So remember that as well. The only time I would ever use Easy Term is if the Home Protector product isn't available. But please keep this in mind when using Easy Term, it is a big hit to your compensation. So I want you to be able to, I want you to keep that in mind when you're using Easy Term. The only reason I would ever use Easy Term is if the Home Protector product is not available in your given state. Home Protector pays out even FFL comp. So it's a great product for the client. It's a great product. It's a great product to write for you. And the only time I would ever use Easy Term is if Home Protector is not available. The last two things that I do want to say about American-Amicable is they have very smoker-friendly rates. If you look at all the other companies and you look at smokers, AMAM has very favorable rates for our smokers. And then the other thing about American-Amicable is they are very telesales friendly. So when you're doing an application and you get to the end and ask if it's in person, you're doing it by phone, it'll pop up a number that you need to call into, and you don't even have to talk to another person. You just go through a recorded line. Client answers yes to a couple questions, and that's all you need to do to be able to complete a telesale with American-Amicable. So that's all I have for you today with American-Amicable. Just remember those four products. We go to them for our final expense and our term. And the easiest way to learn this stuff, again, is to log in, download the applications, understand what they're looking for, download and look at the agent guides. But remember those four products with AMAM. I want everyone to have a great day, have a great week. I'll talk to you guys next week.